Welcome, welcome. Today is Wednesday, December 16th. We are halfway through the week. We are one day closer to a weekend and Christmas break. So for today's self-start, we need to write and solve an equation for these descriptions. 8 more than 5 times a number is 53. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking for my keywords. I see more, I see times, and I see its. So we talked yesterday about what these mean. 8 more means that I'm going to be adding 8. 5 times a number means I'm going to be multiplying 5 by a number, but we don't know which number that is. So we're just going to use a variable for it. Is means equals. So there's my equation. 8 more, so I'm adding 8, then 5 times the number, we don't know what number, is 53. To solve it, draw my fence, and I'm going to get rid of the term that does not have a variable. So I'm going to get rid of that plus 8. The opposite would be minus 8. So that's going to leave me 5x on this side. That's going to give me 45 on this side. Now that 5 and that x are connected by multiplication, so I'm going to divide both sides by 5. And I get x equals 9. Next one, 12 less than 10 times the number is 152. Keyword, there's less, there's times, and is. 12 less means I'm going to be subtracting 12. Then 10 times the number. It doesn't say what number, so I'm going to use a variable. Is means equals 152. So there's my equation. To solve it, draw my fence. I'm going to add 12 to both sides. That's going to give me 10x. That's really bad x. Let's try again. There we go. Equals 152 plus 12 is going to give me 164. I'm going to divide both sides by 10. Now this one might confuse some people because it's not going to come out evenly. You actually end up with x equals 16.4. It's okay to sometimes get decimals as long as the decimal makes sense. So, a couple of things. Starting in January, when we come back from Christmas break, we're going to start calling in students that have N's or U's for work completion so we can get them caught up. We're going to be doing that during lunch. So. Next thing is we're doing our first feedback on equations today. And we will be doing the other feedback for equations on Friday. If you're not going to be here on Friday, let me know ASAP. Those people that are in quarantine, if you're not going to be here on Friday, please let me know. And I will email you the feedback on Friday to do. So you can do it while you're at home, okay? So please let me know. For today, we've reviewed the self-start. Students in class are doing a feedback. Again, those of you at home, I will have you guys do the, both feedbacks on Friday if you're not going to be here. And then today we're doing multi-step equations. So we've been doing two-step equations, so now we're moving into multi-step. So, same process, draw your fence. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Make sure to list your answers. Your variable equals your answer. So here we go. Can we simplify this? Well, if I look at this problem, I see the parentheses. If we think clear back to the beginning of the school year, about October, about 2.5 months ago, we practiced doing rainbows. Woo! When we do the rainbows, we do the distributive property. That means we're multiplying. So 2 times 4x gives me 8x. 2 times 3 gives me 6. So there you go. So hopefully you guys remember how to do that one. So now we're going to take that and what you already know about it, and we're going to do it with an equation now. The process is still the same. Rainbow. Woo! 2 times 4x is 8x. 2 times 3 gives me 6. And then I just drop down my equals 30. So now I've gone from a multi-step down to a two-step, and these things you've done before. Draw your fence. We're going to subtract 6 from both sides. That gives me 8x left on this side. 30 minus 6 gives me 24 on this side. Divide by 8. Divide by 8. Which gives me an answer of x equals 3. So a multi-step problem, something that maybe looks like this, the process is still the exact same as what you've learned. You still do distributive. Now, when you do distributive, rewrite it, and now you have a two-step equation. So we're going to try this one. Again, I see parentheses that I need to distribute. Rainbow! Woo! 3 times 2d gives me 60. 3 times 7 gives me 21. I'm going to bring down my 39. Now we have a two-step problem. Draw my fence. Subtract 21. That gives me 6d left on this side. And 39 minus 21 gives me 18 on this side. I'm going to divide both sides by 6 now, which is going to leave me with d equals 3. So the process is still the same for all of these. This one becomes a little bit more challenging. I still do my rainbows. Rainbow, which is 6x. Woo! 6 times 1 gives me 6. And I'm going to bring down my plus 3x. So now I see some things that I can combine. So I'm going to put a shape around those things that are similar. 6x and a plus 3x. Remember to put your shape around the sign that's in front of it, the operation. 6x plus 3x gives me 9x. I can't combine that plus 6 with anything, so I'm just going to bring it down. And I'm done. So now we apply it to an equation. We still follow the same process, doing rainbows. 6 times x gives me 6x. 6 times 1 gives me 6. I'm going to bring down my plus 3x. And I'm going to bring down my negative 12 equals negative 12. I can combine my 6x and my plus 3x. That gives me 9x. Bring down my plus 6. Bring down my negative 12. Now I have a two-step problem. Subtract 6. That gives me 9x on this side, and on this side that gives me a negative 18. I'm going to divide both sides by 9. And I come up with an answer of x equals a negative 2. So the processes are still the same from what we've done a couple months ago. So hopefully this is a good review for you, and hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, email your teacher or message us through Canvas. Have a great day. Hopefully we'll see you back soon.